Well, um, I've never done a light stream where I'm just raw live. I usually have some time to but you find me in the middle of transition in my newly renovated apartment. And with such a significant celestial day in front of us, or I should say behind us, it's now to the importance that I stop and I make time to be here with you all and uh, put myself out here. From the new apartment in the midst of everything, I mean, even just there's so much randomness in the air right now, and I think that's what's kind of awesome about this uh, significant full moon in Pisces, a super moon, one of the second of four, and it's very significant to me because my pets came to me on the harvest moon. So every year there's sort of this like passing of effort. There's this passing of things that I've done and things that I've attempted to do, and now they are done, and now I'm seeing them grow, and I'm seeing it become significant, and I'm seeing it take shape, and the choosing of the direction is you're not just in your first phase, you're not just taking that first step, you're taking the second step. You are committed to fully embodying now. You are uh, on the road to becoming your very best self. I'm getting this slow connection, so who knows how long this may last, so let me get to it. Celestial energies that we have right now, like I said, we are in that eclipse energy, um, partial eclipse. And that is sort of this whimsical, spatial expansion. So all of a sudden, boom, now we're hit with all this new space around us. There's so much new space. There's so much new everything around us. Like, again, we've taken that second step and the world is so much bigger for it. There's a lot of things to do now that we've taken that second step into the direction that we've chosen. And so with this lunar eclipse, it's just sort of that catalyst, the walking of through the fire and kind of sneaking yourself away in the middle of the night from the life that you were trying to escape from into the life that you are going to fully embrace from here forward. This is I'm gonna get healthier. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna put away money now. You literally have to sneak yourself away to do that because the lifestyle before wasn't really you weren't available to do that. And so with this full moon in Pisces, it begs us to dream out loud. It begs us to put our ideas out there in front of each other. Vision boards, get them out and get them going over the next 3 days. You definitely want to see what that next phase looks like for you. You want to see in front of you, these are my plans. I'm going to write them down. Daily journaling, great. But really, it's crucial because we need to really steer this ship. Because when we talk about our dreams, when we talk about Pisces energy, there's so much that can be ultra great. There's so much that can be ultra burden. And we need to really transmute the energy of what is burden into what is advantageous. That's the opportunity being given right now. So we're going to be exploring dynamic relationships and those relationships that are kind of just floating along. If it doesn't inspire you, there's not really any reason to be there. If it doesn't provoke you to song and joy and just wanting to step out your door to go find these people, what's the point? um, Also put it out there that you're going to be building harmonious relationships. So it's not the super dramatic high intensity friends either. It's people that you can not only find your chill with, but you guys can also make the dream work together. I think about my coworkers that are now, fully like coming into what's happening with everything that I'm doing at the office that I work out of, the rebranding and all of that. It's happening, but it's like I've had to kind of just sort of, and it's still in process. And I think that's kind of the best way to describe the energy right now is we are in process. I'm in the process of all of a sudden last week I got the okay to move back into my apartment. It's done being refurbished. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a thing, and I'm totally ready to do that. Not really. um, I'm in this whirlwind. But again, it's as I envisioned it, it's happening, and I want that so much for you guys. I want that so much for everybody that I work with, and I build these catalyzing connections with to have that same. I wasn't ready for this, but you know what? Let's just roll with it. Like that kind of inner drive, inner fire, and kind of that psychic connection to the ship that you are steering on this vast ocean of Pisces emotional energy. So again, we're talking about emotional transmutation. It should feel good. It should feel more than good. It should feel, cosmic. It should be beyond, whatever you could interpret it as. And I encourage you to feel that strongly because there's so much out there right now on the scape of what you can be feeling that is just tumbling down and saying, stay down here, stay down here. I'm going to just have you operating from lack, from fear, from provocation, and, from disgust or whatever have you. Those low vibration emotions, it's like the Matrix, the Agent Johns are live and in action right now, trying to keep the vibration low. So again, build those harmonious relationships. Find your tribe. Find your people that you want to work with, that you want to grow with. And I think, oh, there we go. We just reconnected. I think it's trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. So I'm going to switch over to data. Hopefully that works. Feel lighthearted though. In all of this, rigmarole of I have to make it happen. I have to make it happen. Again, trust the inside. We're in the new reality. The heart's no longer over here. It's over here. But trust it and make sure that it feels not weighted down by the ambition, but it feels liberated by the gratitude that you've now escaped the boundaries from the previous dimensions that you held in reality for yourself. Even the way that I'm speaking now has a cadence to it that just says, I'm ripe. And I'm ready to evoke from myself everything that I've ever dreamed of. I'm 37 years old. I've been good. Don't get it twisted. I've been good. But I've always been good to make sure that everybody else is good. Okay? I have tapped so deeply into myself to find that incarnate within myself that came into this being to be more than okay and not just settle for being good with everybody, but to elevate myself, and those who also are close to me, they will follow. And those are my people. And that's really the energy. We're rising with the tide. Again, you see how I draw it back to the Pisces ocean water element. Again, we are in this ocean, vast as it is, dreaming together. So it's so important to kind of take that deep breath that I very much need because I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. And but like I said, I'm shoving this in to everything that's happening in my life right now because I wanted to be here today. Authentic connection and exploration. Again, we are seeking people. It's the holiday season is right around the corner. It's time to get social. If this doesn't read as anything else, it's time to get social. It's time to start making your plans and to go be around your loved ones. ego dissolution. You're not the most important one. You're not the only one doing anything. You are part of a collection of imagination and drive. And even the people who aren't there mentally or physically to mirror you, they're still doing what they can to provide to the reality that you desire, because it's what they desire as well. So don't be so lost that you're the only one who cares. It's never been that way. Thank God. Right? We've all been caring right behind you. I'll just putting out the positive vibes, even if you're not aware of it, even if you don't deserve it. We still wish the best. Overwhelming fears are also in the air right now. Again, with all of this psychic energy, all of this, how great it could be. Well, on the juxtapose of that, we can very much sink on this ocean of awareness of everything. And down to the bottom she went. Weighted down by, the how dare I imposter syndrome, have it all and be it all. I don't deserve it. Do. Again, ignore those Agent Johns out there. Even if that Agent John is located deep within your subconscious, or was a message encoded in you back when you were 5, 6, 7, what have you. You've evolved and changed, and you should be very, very much in the alignment of that change that you've become awakened in. So the fear is just that. It's to encourage the ego to say, calm it down, which we'll get into that, but to calm it down, but not to work another day, to calm it down because you're pushing the boundaries of everything that keeps you safe. And when we do that, you hear the police sirens, pushing the boundaries of everything that keeps you safe. But when we do that, we cut ourselves off from how good it could be because we're afraid of how bad it could be. But when you put yourself in the position of alignment, you can only allow in what you deem the best. Your ego does do that on your behalf. It's not all, out to get you. It's going to provide the safe path for you no matter where you go, and that's intuition versus instinct. So just watch with the manifestations, because we are in such a high catalyzing energy today, tomorrow, the day after, and finalizing on the final day there. So I guess through the weekend, closing out Virgo season, entering Libra season. We'll find our balance for our quest and for perfection, unattainable as it is. Look within yourself, and really look at all you've done to affirm that even though it is not perfection, damn it, is it close. You are that good. And I'm looking at you. You're that good, and you really did that these past few months. Oh my God. Again, not perfection, but pretty damn close. So, as we close out Virgo season, I want you to also look into the harmony balance, our harmony that balances the relationships around us. And there's going to be this inner glow happening. And as we enter Libra season, there's going to be this aha. I am a part of it all. It's like the holidays, though. It's very Whoville. Although Halloween is right there, not to be part of that entire discussion, but we're going there together. And it's going to be an awesome one this year, because we are so tired as a planet that we are going to cling to these holidays to escape the onslaught of, the world in progression at the pace that it's going right now, because trucks along, indiscriminately and utterly unapologetic. So just be ready for those passions to ignite, and the depths of the passion that you're going to be taken to is all the more open to just experience life as yourself. It's like falling towards the mirror and then not crashing into it, but just falling into it. Oh, I'm fine. It's okay. This is the quiet before the storm. And that's kind of epoch of what I'm saying right now. It's the quiet before the storm. And I really hope that this is coming across, because I have it all written down. So if I have to do this again, we'll do it again when I'm in better light. I promise. But the quiet before the storm is the next 3 months. The next 3 months, it's like we've had a good here up until here. When I get into the planets, I'll talk a little bit more about this. But these next 3 months are going to push you to the whoa, so really take this, next stretch of, and again, it's the steering the ship here, whoa in a good way, not whoa in a I'm not going to make it out of here alive kind of way, because it can go there these next 3 months. You got a bad relationship with money, guess what? Those tests are coming. You got a bad relationship with the people around you, guess what? Surprise, not surprise. You saw this coming. You've been given enough opportunities to clean it up that you should have been prepared for what's about to happen. I'll say that. So start to really look at what you can do better with. It's your health. Unless, I had zebra cakes today. I should know better. At least for the one, but I had 2. Back to back. I didn't care. Okay. So before we move on, I'm going to actually just do a quick pause for affirmation here. And as we say this affirmation together, I want you to know that as I breathe it, and my heart speaks it, my mind says it, no matter when or where you watch this affirmation is coded with high energy, and I want it to find its source in you and its anchor in you, so that way you can seed a change that you need to move forward. And so I'll say it and you can repeat after me, or think it after me. But speaking it is a much more potent from your throat chakra. I start each day in gratitude. Reflecting on the blessings and positive experiences in my life. And we'll do it again. I start each day in gratitude. Reflecting on the blessings and positive experiences in my life. So, what's going on with this moon energy that we're going through right now? We're going to be feeling sincere. We really mean it when we say it. So really tell them how you feel. Some emotional confusion is also going to be in the air today. And it kind of already went that direction. This is the last day that I'm going to be in that apartment. And there was literally a lowrider photo shoot that happened outside of my window today. And the kid was very nice. He was standing in the parking lot, kind of looking lost. And I had my headphones in, and I was listening to Ariana Grande, Eternal Sunshine. So I did the, can I help you? Because I saw his mouth moving. Anyways, like, he's like, can I take some photos? And I was like, yeah, sure. It was like, next thing I know, there's like cars and they're like, you can hear the suspensions like hopping. I'm like, what is happening again? Ocean of Pisces. What? It can be that crazy in a good way. Like normally, and I told him too. I was like, normally it's just homeless people back here. Like I don't. I was like, watch your equipment. That's all I can tell you. But the crazy is gonna come no matter what. And I even told them, I was like, how it's pretty auspicious that you're the last time I'm interacting with somebody back here as I move back into the front. So navigations of those emotions as we are going through confusion, just break it down. Be with how you're feeling. It's not a grand mystery. You do know behind if you're not filling your own cup, if you're not being accountable to fill your own cup and say that your cup needs filling, are you really just pushing yourself to the wayside? It's a significant moon in that we can ride these waves of emotions, but we can also communicate them with each other because if one's stormy, you're going to feel that in your cells, and so forth and so on. We're not isolated in placidity. I meditate every day, so nothing will ever get on my nerves. Like, that's a lie, a ball-faced lie. When you are deep in meditation, it's usually when you're the most sensitive. You'll hear the cars beeping or the dogs barking. You'll be like, what? At least until you learn singleness of mind, and then you're like, who cares? That's going to happen. So, emotional intensity, prepare for that as well. And again, it's meeting energy, clashing of energy. It's going to be there. And you can choose, they can choose by picking and choosing who is there with you and vibing with you or not. Sun in Virgo, let's get into these planets now. Sun in Virgo, it's been a climb for that perfection, but again, we are damn near perfect. And as of Sunday, we will move into Libra. And we will finally find that grand balancer to put us on chill if we've been too crazy and put the fire under our butt if we've been on the couch. Again, it's all about balance this next season. So really just go slow. Or if you've been going slow, go fast. Whatever you've been doing, get ready to switch gears is what I'm telling you. Not to completely throw yourself out of alignment, but to bring yourself back into balance with it. So be prepared. Venus and Libra is already kind of in motion. So we are already with our relationships. Shout out to one of my girls that I forgot to tell her I changed the locks at work. Thank God. Somebody was there to let her in. But again, communication and all of that is pretty important. Relationships with finances, work, money, health, your wellness. It's whatever's been not giving you're going to be going through this entire catalyzation process of not doing the most where you've been and diving deep where you've needed to. So, good luck. Mars in Cancer for 2 months. So, it's so crazy because that Cancer energy is so, I don't want to say it's like emotional or like Cancers are those kinds of people that they are very much not, they're the boss that's a secret boss. Cancers, if you hear that, then you got to know what I'm talking about. Like, everything kind of is go with the flow. But when you do something that's like, okay, and you've been acting a certain way or you've not been putting in the effort, a Cancer will be like, sweetheart, get it together. And they will correct you without hurting your feelings. Hey, Travis. Hi, Brian. A Cancer friend will correct you without hurting your feelings. Um, or if they do hurt your feelings, just remember that's your fault. So, with Mars in Cancer, we are going to be tactitionally emotional. So it's choosing when to cry. I remember one time I was in this emotional state and I called my friend up and I said, I have today to cry because it's my last day off. So they sat with me on the phone while I let out all my tears. And then the very next day I was back at it, all smiles. So again, you have to choose a time and place on how to feel because emotions can run hard. But again, when we are in alignment, they shouldn't go run so hard that you are veering off course. And if that is happening, then you need something more than meditation. You need a real grounding to the vibration pattern that you're on. You probably need some therapy, maybe some coaching, which I do offer. DM me, not the therapy, but the coaching, to help to kind of kick yourself into high gear or deal with some trauma that you've been through that's just not, connecting you to that alignment. So again, it's all about navigating these emotions, but not from it's happening to me. It's happening in me, and I'm going to choose when and how it affects me. So just again, putting some tactical, measures behind what's happening with you and your stability or lack thereof. So that's going to be the next 2 months. So again, good luck. Mercury in Virgo. So our speech, and this is for the next week before it kicks over into Libra. Our speech is going to just be making things right. The final end of crossing all those T's, dotting those I's. If there's paperwork to be filed away, if there's some kind of something that you want to purvey, that this is who you are and this is how you do things. With people in your professional arena, as well as just people how they perceive you. Virgonian energy, if it is internalized, it's literally a course that you need to finish. Or getting serious and educated about how you're going to lose that last 10 pounds. Perfecting. You should be striving for perfection because the tarot card associated with Virgo is the Hermit. And the Hermit is this old man out on a mountaintop with a walking stick. And the first thing you ask this old man is, old man, how did you get out here? You're old. Nobody knows. And he's not going to tell you. That's Virgo energy. The sun is going to be moving into Libra, and we talked a little bit about this when I said that radiance and that brilliance is coming forward to redirect and kind of balance across the board. So that's what's coming. And again, it's so funny because I realized a lot of people that I work with are Libras. So I'm just one of my best friends is a Libra, and they're just I call them the breeze in my leaves. It's that's just, it's so airy and it's thoughtful and it's wanting to raise the vibration and that you are constantly trying to higher or heighten the way that you think together. That's what a Libra friend can do for you. It's to kind of, they're always up on what's new. It's like news on the wind. That's your Libra friends. Gemini too, but they'll throw it in your face. In a nice way. So with the sun in Libra starting on Sunday, we can expect to kind of, again, find ourselves, becoming those social butterflies again. Saturn in Pisces. I jumped ahead, sorry. Pluto in Aquarius for the next 3 weeks. And when I say the quiet before the storm earlier, this is what I'm talking about because we are, the children of the revolution. That's where like the whole planet is right now. Pluto and Aquarius is, I think we're gonna, not I think, we'll be for like a little bit going back Pluto and Capricorn for a little bit. And then it's gonna be hard pressure across the board. All of us are gonna feel it. We're gonna be like, is this really what it is? But again, with Capricorn, the Capricorn tarot card is the devil, and we will all feel that pressure as if we are being pushed down by the literal weight of like hell on earth. Not in a way that is like aggressively out to get us or torture chambers and all that or biblical. What we are talking about is hell in a sense of inescapableness of our responsibilities, the weight of worldly chains on you, your bills, the political climate, the religious climate, the far left, the far right, like it's all them. Like that's we're gonna reach a pinnacle of pressure there for like 3 months. It's gonna clear up in November, but that's gonna be one big push. And trust me when I say it's going to take every iota of self-care and preservation. And my feelings are my feelings and your feelings are your feelings to get through this next 3 months. Because we're also going to be being faced with this mirror. Did you do the good work, son? Did you make them proud? So there's going to be this like inversion also of that feminine divine into the feminine masculine. And Saturn in Pisces, which is what we get into next, is that fatherly energy that asks you in your psychic energies. So, did you do good, son? But against all of the emotions and all the highs and the lows, it's coming out, but it's a huge harvesting of good karma. And the world that you are living now will be so far removed from the world you were living then, or will be living at the end of this whole transition. And that's going to be 2 months. So we have 3 more weeks, Pluto and Aquarius, death, rebirth, and revolution. And then it will be put under the weight of the capital system, the system in place, but the death of the system in place. The final death of the system in place as far as we are concerned. Because the next time that comes around is in the decades, maybe even hundreds of years, that will happen again. So it'll be good again after the holidays. I don't know if any of you have shaky relationships with your family, but this could be the holiday to skip out on and just be like, I'm sending cards, making phone calls, and I'll see you guys next year when it's fun again. Pluto and Aquarius, though, Saturn and Pisces, 2 months of that, out on the ocean. But again, the karmic ship is here. Pisces is everything that can happen on full display. So just make sure that you're coming from the heart and you'll survive this thing. Neptune in Pisces, dreams. And how do we navigate? Trust your dreams, trust your intuition. If you're having like very vivid dreams, it's a good time to start writing those down. Start Googling like the other night I had a dream of this tiny like dragon, but it was like the size of an insect. And I was like watching it and it was like sparkling. And I had my phone, but it was like dream logic. So even though I was filming it, I was looking at myself filming in changing the filter of my dream. It was so weird. Like, I dream in filters. Anyways, Chiron and Aries will be looking at our life's battles, looking at how we deal with the conflict in our lives, but in a way that this is how we did it before, and this is how we're going to do it better. So again, if we're going to be shown the same issues, what better opportunity than Chiron there to support us by saying, don't worry, you know how to get through this. This is a wound that you've healed before, and you're going to heal it better this time. I'm going to say that again. This is a wound that you've healed before, and you're all the better now at healing that wound. So when you are presented with the old ghost that says, I'm here to dismantle you, you're going to not only sustain that onslaught, again, this time that we're going into where we feel the world is pushing us towards an edge, we're going to overcome that together as a team, and we are going to transcend and move beyond it that much faster. It'll be that much easier. It'll be instinctual. So Chiron's going to come in clutch, and that's going to be for the next 3 months. So there's going to be some time there to reflect. So you'll have about a month of time to reflect on, dang, I really did do that. And again, like I said in the beginning of this video, yes, you really did do that. And you did that very well. So for the next 5 months, Uranus is going to be retrograde in Taurus. I should have also said after Pluto in Aquarius, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Chiron in Aries, Uranus in Taurus, these are all retrogrades. I should have said that. Note to self, to note to self, to note to you, those were all retrogrades that we just talked about. And that's why it's a little foreboding, it's a little ominous. But when we talk about omniscience, it's more just to remind you, keep the training wheels on. You're still learning this. So, and when we talk about Uranus in Taurus for 5 months, we're talking about a sign that is completely stubborn and unbendable, being asked to reorient with its own survivability by learning a new way to sustain itself. It is the epitome of new dog, new trick. Or, I'm sorry, old dog, new trick. It can learn. And we're going to be seeing that over the next 5 months. We're all going to be reorienting with how we sustain ourselves. I'll message you later, Travis. I know your brother. Well, I guess that answered your question. I remember you because I knew your brother in school. But yeah, so just reorienting with this new way of how we sustain ourselves is what we are looking to do. We are looking to be better with our health and our finances. We're looking to be better in the relationships that we hold, casually, socially, romantically. We're looking to elevate ourselves on this new playing field. And so these retrogrades, they are going to be catalysts to what makes us better people, or not so better people. Travis, I'll message you, I'll DM you after this live. Alright, let's get into some cards. We're going to start with a soul card. And thank you, Travis, because I wasn't sure if I could even be heard because I've never done a live from just the phone. So we get the whale and the orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. So poignant, so perfect, this card should come up. Because what are we navigating? We are navigating this ocean of Pisces right now. In its fullness. Eclipsing itself like the whale is eclipsing the orca. But there's deep wisdom in both of these. That's the hunter and the hunted. There's a deep wisdom into survivability and sustainability. They're themes that have been ingrained into us as a species. And so as we navigate, we're still in these familiar waters of this humanity. And on a soul level, none of this is new. On a soul level, there's no separation. On a soul level, this is the umpteenth time over millennia that we've swam these waters. And for some of us longer, and for some of us not so long. But the wisdom as to what we're doing here, survivability, sustainability, and the relationship between those two. We're in better waters now for both. Very good. Let's go from the ephemer deck. And so from the outside point, we see these arrows, and they are laying siege to a tower. 7 of Wands. And this wand has this ribbon waving in the sky. It's the flag, it's its flag. These arrows laying siege, though, aren't quite hitting the mark. And so this is a reminder that although people in our surrounding environment may literally be coming after us, or trying to undermine us, or trying to undo what they feel we are capable of, it's not going to get through. But just be aware that they're going to try. Unsuccessfully. Again, survivability, sustainability. I know where I'm at, I know where I'm going. And you're not going to mess with that. Beautiful card to pull. And it needs to be said that no matter what nobody says, you've done the work to be where you are now. And you don't owe it to anybody else to prove who you are today. You've done all that proving all this time up to this point. So just be who you are and just say who you are. We're going to finish the live here with this card, Temperance. Temperance is this angel that kind of has, it's so funny that if you can see that symbol back there, the hologram, is the yin and yang. And this Pisces energy that we're in right now, with the full moon in Pisces, is life and death, chaos and creation. And that's what she represents, is the alchemization of both of these energies and how there is a little of both in each. So in our sincerity, there needs to be severeness. We need to be both soft and hard. We need to be both creative and destructive. Because too much of either, it leads to stagnation. It leads to decay. It leads to the incarnation of the self. All right. You guys, it's been an amazing night tonight. It's been pretty awesome to be able to take just a minute to hang out here and talk to you from the new apartment. I'm moving stuff from my other apartment back over here. And I was like, oh yeah, I should probably do my light streaming. And I was like, wait a minute, I dismantled all of my equipment. But I told somebody I'd be here, and I'm here, and here you all are, and it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and I hope that with the rest of these energies over the next 3 days, you really look at how good it can be, and just really focus in on how awesome it is, and find gratitude and build on that. All right, and with that, I'm going to say good night. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you around the next full moon.